It's a BumbleKast Mini, sponsored by Mighty Ray.
Ray meets Surge. Unlike Kit, Ray is too nervous to talk, and while Ray is good at being every villain's favorite punching bag, he immediately realizes that Surge will probably kill him quickly. How does Ray manage to keep Surge at bay till the cavalry arrives to save the day?
He supplicates. He is agreeable and quiet and just does not make his presence known any more than he absolutely has to. So Surge loses interest in him. Like, she doesn't really need another codependent sad sack, and she doesn't have any personal vendetta with him. Now, so long as she doesn't know that he's, directly friends with Sonic. So, okay, it's some kind of jittery little kid here, whatever. I don't have time for this. And he'd be fine. He'd be fine.
Yes. Do the hermit crabs from Sonic Heroes dance to Crab Rave by a Noise Storm if Eggman gets owned epically?
Well, of course. That's a given.
Good old Crab Rave. Yes. Ray gets hold of the Warp Topaz. Immediately it goes haywire and sends Ray to Dragon Realms. How would you write a story where Ray meets and helps Spyro out? Hey, this is very similar to another recent mini.
Well, I mean, Ray is a good boy, and he always wants to help. And I'm sure Spyro is perfectly happy to have a good boy to help him out and, tell him how cool and heroic he is. They both glide.
Yeah.
Bop baddies, so they go off gliding and adventuring and saving the day.
You think Ray would ride Spyro? I'm just imagining this for some reason. I don't know if it would work, but it would be adorable. Super adorable. Shadow, ultimate life form and child wrangler, finally gets home after a long day. To his dismay, the place he's staying at has been hijacked by Sage. He can't chaos control his way out, so how crazy would you design the room Shadow has to traverse through to deal with Sage?
So Shadow is coming back to a digital home?
Maybe it wasn't digital at first, but Sage got a hold of it and transmuted it into the digital realm and then really messed it up.
He's so tired he didn't realize the door was replaced with a digitizer. Steps right through.
Maybe.
Oh, what is this bull hockey? Sage, for all of her power, doesn't seem to be terribly inventive. She is, in a lot of ways, like her father, very direct, overwhelming force more than anything else. I would say Eggman has more of a flair for the artistic than she does, but she's,
she's young.
Very,
she's
very
learning.
Young. Maybe she's turned, yeah. Her father can program a coloring book for her. Here, use the red crayon for blood. It's more fun that way. So starting out, I would imagine, instead of any kind of Escher-esque maze or trippy sequences, she would just lay out the standard traps that she has on file on the Eggnet and just put all the spikes in, all the wrecking balls, all the electro traps, all the flamethrowers. And Shadow has to get through them to reach the fridge so he can microwave himself a burrito before he has to go to bed and clock out at 6 a.m. just to get downtown to get into work on time. Oh, he hates this job so much.
Oh no. Poor Shadow, living his worst nightmare. Domesticity. After his failed stint as a podcast host, Larry Lynx is booted out until he can get his Super Jinx powers under control. A sinister force promises Larry complete control on one condition. He gets a Chaos Emerald from Feist. How badly does the mission go, and does Feist show pity for the guy by the end of it?
Larry would wind up with all 7. Like, he would stumble face first into a star post and accidentally get flung into the special zone. And Feist would delight in this cowering mortal that would be his plaything for eternity. It's just, Larry would manage to stumble his way to victory every single time. Like, he goes face first, rolling end over end and slides right between the row of red spheres. Hits that yellow sphere just the right angle that he lands on the Chaos Emerald.
Yep.
Trips and falls at the top of the half pipe, falls past all the mines and onto the Chaos Emerald. Like Feist is beside himself. What mere mortal can do this? You are but a god come to taunt me in my own realm. Larry's like, I just want to go home.
It's funny. Send Larry home. Matilda starts an arm wrestling competition. Beat her and she'll give you the shiny rock she found. How many people step up to try and beat Mighty's little sister?
If they're part of that chapter, none of them. They know better. They've seen her in action. You crazy? Like, maybe one of the egg bosses who hasn't met her and are stupid enough to try, but
yeah,
no. Anyone who's in Beauregard's unit is like, nah.
I'm being told Mordred Hood would try. Maybe. Infinite has captured Mighty and vows to kill him if all 7 Chaos Emeralds aren't delivered to Dr. Eggman within the day. To Infinite's surprise, Ray appears with a steel chair that doubles as a taser. Don't ask how, Tails is still figuring out how that works. He thinks the punching bag can fight and feels cocky, until he turns to see Mighty flashing a very nasty grin. How boned is Infinite? Very boned.
I mean, you have it right there. Here comes Ray with the steel chair. It's got a taser attached to it.
Back out.
I do not fear you, child.
Why aren't there more tasers
that's your
in
problem
Sonic?
Right there is maybe Ray gets one lucky shot in. That's not the issue. The issue is he took his attention off Mighty.
Yep.
And that's when Mighty steps in and cold clocks him.
Knocks that stupid mask right off him. Or just caves it into his skull.
I imagine a Looney Tunes bit where he hits it and the mask stays still, but the body goes flying.
Oof. Oof. Good stuff. Good stuff.
I'm not weak. You're jelly. Whop. I am infinite. You're in trouble.
Infinite, you suck.
And then Ray's like, I'm so glad that's over. No, Ray, little buddy, don't sit on that chair.
Oh no. Don't cook. Don't cook the flying squirrel. Don't cook him.
Now he's Ray Fillet.
No.
Alternatively, now he's Ray the Frying Squirrel.
Oh. Ray finds out about the cool new AI art generators, and no longer will he be bullied on the internet for drawing and uploading pictures that look like a toddler drew half asleep. Unfortunately for everyone invested in AI art, Ray does his work unsupervised and unleashes eldritch horrors on the net, scrambling the programs beyond fixing. How sad are nerds like Tails wanting to see the potential improvements now flushed down the drain, and who enjoys the creepypasta bonanza Ray accidentally unleashes?
This is oddly specific.
Yeah.
I imagine Omega looking at it going, I do not know what is art, but I know what I like, and I like this. Mighty would be encouraging.
At first.
Maybe you want to sit down and talk about stuff, little buddy? Is there anything bothering you? Is this an outlet for something? Oh, no, the computer generated this. There's no actual creative input. Gotcha. Okay. So you're fine. Cool.
Yeah. And apparently Ray doesn't want it either. It's just doing it. The computer's just doing it.
I imagine Rouge sitting back and just enjoying the chaos in general.
Blaze will never use the internet again.
Let us see this internet and why everyone is speaking of it. Never again. Gardon, we go to war. We must purge the world of this horrible thing.
Oh, no. Sonic would just be like, all right. I'm a little concerned.
I don't know what art is, but I know what I like, and I don't like this. Sorry, little buddy.
Nicole would be like drowning in his creepypasta images and be like, no, stop.
Help, Phage is attacking.
Meanwhile, Sage is the one who actually tweaked the art generator to really screw things up. She's just having a good time.
Sage, that was a delightful bit of villainy, but Cubot's having a seizure. Please fix it.
Poor Cubot. Mighty, after traveling the world many, many times, settles down to run a farm. What sort of crops does he have on his farm?
I imagine he's a green thumb. He can grow just about anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's got the patience and the attentiveness to do it. He's got the speed and dexterity to till a field like nobody else. He's got a bountiful crop of just about anything you want.
Cabbages.
I think it really come down to I think it'd come down to what the soil quality was like and what the temperature was. But if he's got fertile land that can grow a variety of things, he'd do it all just for funsies.
Yeah, he would be like the Stardew Valley type. Literally just about everything. He'd have it all decked out, have Tails help him automate it and stuff. Ray would be his helper.
Not too much automation, though. He likes
no.
Getting his hands dirty. He likes working with the earth and being in there.
Just a little something to help him out a little bit, you know? He's only one man, so...
Yeah.
I could see it. I definitely see it. You answered a question of mine in a previous video that Eggman would be the one to enjoy a plate of spaghetti and meatballs. So I now ask, which Sonic character would recoil in disgust if you served them a plate of this stuff?
Well, I mean, Styx doesn't understand, one, how you managed to kill the flying spaghetti monster, and two, why are you crazy enough to ingest a god? Come on! You committed sacrilege enough, and now you're going to eat its entrails or outrails? Really, what part of the flying spaghetti monster is that? She's never seen it herself.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, still, the point stands.
Knuckles might be weirded out that it looks like his hair. It doesn't, but you know. And the final question. Ray likes pancakes. Many can agree with this, but who is the champion of waffles and arch rival to Ray's pancake standing?
Apropos to nothing, I'm going to say Trip.
We don't know anything
She
yet.
isn't even out yet, but I'm gonna saddle her with that forbidden knowledge.
We don't know anything about Trip yet, except we know this. Nobody tells Sega.
What's going to be so tiresome is when the inevitable wiki entry gets written, and it says Ian Flynn confirmed on the BumbleKast before Superstar's release that Trip is Ray's rival because she likes waffles. No, I didn't. It's just being silly.
It's just a thing. Calm down.
Thanks to Mighty Ray for sponsoring this BumbleKast Mini and allowing me to get myself in trouble. If you want to do the same, head over to patreon.com/BumbleKast, Ko-fi.com/BumbleKast, or become a YouTube member. Be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and we will see you next time on the BumbleKast.
Goodbye.